Good morning. Just realized my mic was never muted. Hello. Ah, why is my head being cut off? I guess my camera moved. Well, it's fine. I'll slouch later, and then it's not going to be a problem anymore. Okay, let me just get all my chats up. Hello, chats. Where are you? Okay, there we go. There we go. Seems good. Seems good. Okay, let's see. Where are we? What are we doing? What do we want to do today? Okay, I'm on the entrance. Okay, we can do a couple of things today. I want to do... I have a lot of ideas and ambitions. One of the things I would like is if I could just polish up the UI a little bit more. One of the things I think we can do today, maybe, is get the blacksmith room in. Right, so we have a new room, so we obviously already have the spa. So if we go look at the rooms, right, these are the rooms over here, mostly. So we got the hospital going, we got the gym, and we got the spa. So we're going to add to this the blacksmith. Essentially. Right, so we can do that. And then it would be kind of cool if we could figure out a way to, fix up some of the UI stuff still. And then I have a lot of ideas for reworking my characters a little bit. Essentially, I want them to feel even cooler. So the problem I was having is that there's something with the way the attack or the combat system works feels off. Right, and I tried another game yesterday, which kind of implements a similar combat system, somewhat. And I think they got something right. And the thing they got right is short attack animations, which makes the combat feel a little bit more snappy, and you're not stuck in an animation for any length of time for some dumb reason or anything like that. And I kind of like that. So it's just me, or is the jump inside a bit low? Don't know if that actually makes a difference. But anyway, yeah. So they have very short attack animations, which means you can weave in and out of combat very quickly. So currently my game. So I could, if I played it now, hopefully I can demonstrate. I also need to set up my levels to go back to test levels, but it's okay for now. Okay, so the only character that really feels good is the ranger. She's got a very short attack animation. You can shoot, you can stop shooting, no problem. The owl has a very long attack animation. You know what, let's just get some chairs for these other oaks to sit in. Right, so if you go and you play with the owl, you can start the animation, stop. Okay, well, this is one of my problems, right? You can start the animation, stop, move around, and he's still, charging up the fireball, and then it just kind of hits wherever he's looking while you're running. Right, so, and the reason is because it's a very long animation, right? The attack animation is not quick. So you need to stay in your attack stance for a prolonged period in order to finish it, or to finish the animation and be sure that your fireball's going to go the right direction. Okay. That doesn't feel very good. Right. And the chicken has a very similar problem. It's not as bad, but... So the chicken's problem is he's got a chain attack animation. Right, so as soon as he hits once, he's always going to swing a second time. Right. Which is not a problem, but a lot of the times, you know, stuff like this happens. Where you swing once, you stop aiming your attack, and then the second swing kind of just goes wherever. And that also... He doesn't actually have a long attack animation, but it's because of this almost forced chaining that I do, because there's no other way for him to attack, that this is a problem. Right? So I'm thinking maybe I get rid of that as well, right? Maybe I go for single attacks. You can chain, but you don't have to. If you stop the chain, it stops the chain, right? It's not a forced completion on the chain, which is a little bit weird, right? The duck has a similar issue, so if we check out the duck, he's got his attack animations are quite quick, but he also has that second attack, because I kind of followed the same principles of whatever that I did with the knight, which ended up, you know, making him feel very much the same way. Now, it's not bad. But yeah, if I just wanted to hit something once, quick, and run, I want to be able to do that. The duck feels much better, right? So, for sure, out of all the enemies, all the characters with a problem, his problem is less of a problem. And then the Robin is obviously 100%, right? Okay, so the Robin, that's a super quick attack animation. Right, nothing weird happens here. And then the other problem is the power, right? So that's a balance problem. But so when playing that game, their philosophy, and I think I kind of like the idea, is let your character attack quickly, but not do significant damage, right? And what that actually comes down to is that very quickly into the game, the basic attacks for a level 1 or level 0 character cannot actually kill enemies in one shot. Right, so what the Robin is doing right now. But you can shoot very quickly because the animations are short, the cooldowns are short, so you can really hammer the enemies with a lot of attacks while, you know, not doing that much damage. So, for instance, the Robin now, she shoots once and everything dies in front of her. Essentially all the small enemy, everything actually. She's got 57 attack, which is obviously very, very powerful. And I guess that's because I use her for testing a lot of the time. So that makes sense. The duck has 10 damage, which is also a lot. So he one-shots most things. And because he has a double attack, that pretty much guarantees everything dies. Okay, the wizard also just he's got 26 attack. That's almost enough to kill anything. And then the knight's actually the only character that doesn't kill anything on one shot. Right, so... But I kind of feel like that's where we need to go. We need to go with quick, reliable attacks. Oh, wow. Short animations, so you don't feel like you're stuck in an animation for 20 minutes. It's not 20 minutes, but you know what I mean. Because that feels kind of bad. So we shorten those animations. We reduce the amount of damage. And then everybody is essentially attacking quickly, or relatively quickly. And then obviously you can still up your attack speed. Or the attack speed could become something more akin to a cooldown. Perhaps, right? So we can look into something like that instead. Yo, this guy, how's it going? How's Monday been treating you? Yeah, shit. Sounds about like the Monday I'm in for. A whole extra hour. Yeah, my work days have been going till 6 p.m. recently. It's just also not so nice. Okay. So those are my ideas. We'll start implementing those one day. But today, I think I'm gonna add the other room. So let me just open up my time tracker actually, and I forgot to start it. So let's just. I think I've lost a lot of time on this thing, especially off-stream time, because I'm pretty good at tracking my stream time. But I've noticed myself skipping out on starting the timer during the day many times, because I might work a half an hour here and there. You know, it's not a full-on dedicated session that I normally have. But anyway, where is my new room? There we go. Okay, so we want to put this into one of these folders. Let's see, we'll put it into the rooms folder. I think I made one like that. I thought I made one like that. Oh yeah. It's in UI, because obviously these rooms are part of the UI. Okay. Blacksmith. Bam. Do I have any thoughts on making it multiplayer? Yes, I have had such thoughts. Yeah, it seems like it could work well in multiplayer, right? Because we already have multiple characters and all those good things. Oh, PvP? I don't know if I'm gonna go that multiplayer. Definitely PvE, right? Cooperative mode or something like that. Yeah, the big problem is, well, I have many big problems, but one of the problems would definitely be that it would be quite difficult. Where the hell do I put these rooms? Oh, waiting room. It's going to be a lot of work, right? It's not something you just quickly do. And I know that it's also something that you kind of have to do from day one. Or at least that's recommended way. You're not supposed to. Well, you can, but it's not great if you if you just slap a multiplayer on at the end. That is quite difficult from what I understand. Like something like the whole, like all the data management that you do changes everything, right? Like, and it makes sense because now the data is not just stored locally. You'd have to figure out how to not only have the data like I have it now, but also transmit that data between the various characters, the various players, in a reliable way. And then probably you'll get stuff like, well, then I guess performance issues becomes one of your next problems, because you might find that there's a lot of lag or, you know, other such type things that you never encountered before because you didn't try and send all the data over the internet to other people. I was thinking about making it couch co-op, right? Because I think that might be more simple. And as far as I remember, Steam has a feature that allows you to play couch co-op with online, essentially. Right? I believe that's a thing. So maybe that's a easy way around it, right? I can just make it couch co-op, and then Steam can do all the networking. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. I've never used it myself. Okay, let's see if we can get this place to look like something. Okay, maybe I should move these up. Okay, now they're not inside that grid anymore. Alright. So we need a few effects going on here. I wonder if this was made emissive. Probably not. I kind of hope it was. Okay, we'll have to do that. Okay, let's set up the camera. So we got inside UI, render textures. Okay, I apparently already have a smithy. Okay, let's rename this to blacksmith, right? We're not gonna go with smithy, we're gonna just go with blacksmith. Okay, so it's the blacksmith camera, and I'm just gonna tell the blacksmith camera to display onto render texture blacksmith. Right? Looks something like that. Yeah, that's not so bad. I wonder if we should duplicate these lights. Put another one over this side, maybe. I feel like they should be bigger. And less intense. Something like that. And then I just need to add a bit of fire as well. Okay, so let's look at this. We got our logs. Okay, so I should also make it work similarly to the spa, I guess. Yeah, okay, so we can do exchangeable room manager on the blacksmith. Yeah. What exactly is spa 1? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, so there was a parent here called Blacksmith, for instance. And then the exchangeable room manager goes there and not here. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, let's add a fire. So let's go to our stylized FX or polygon particles. It doesn't really, both of them could do that, do the job. Okay, prefabs, fire. Don't know what this fire looks like. That's a tiny little fire. Okay, let's just get them. Okay, you need to be inside of this room. Ugh, I love adding effects to things in 3D. You can't see where the hell anything goes. It might look right, and then you look at it from a different angle, and you're like, whoops. Not even close. Okay, so that's the fire, but we also need smoke. Smoke. Mr. Smoke. Okay, some black smoke, I think. Okay, we want it to emit, and close to where the fire is. If I can manage that. Okay, let's just see them going together. I don't really like what the smoke's doing. Is this the way a fire works? Not quite, eh? Okay. Smoke, let's see if we move you to the back of the fire. If that maybe gives us a better effect from the front. Okay, let's say, what if we gave the shape a little bit of a bigger... radius. Okay, we'll see how that looks. Okay. What else do we need? Okay, we might need some more decoration in this room. It's a little bit bare. But for now, I guess this is a room, at least. So, okay, let's check through the camera what this looks like. Can't remember where my things are. Oh, render textures, here we go. Okay, it's gonna look something like that. That's not too bad. Yeah, I guess that's okay. I mean, since it's not... let's try something. Let's duplicate the point light. And let's put it inside of the fire. So I'm gonna take this transform, copy position, and take the light and paste position. You kidding me? That's not even close. How is this the fire? Yeah, it should be flickering or something. Get rid of it. Okay, let's check these two lines. I just want to see their settings. Alright, so first of all, soft shadows, medium. I think that's okay. Okay, we'll work with that. Okay, let's get it set up. Alright, so we've got... Okay, so what do we unlock at level 1? I feel like the anvil stand, the anvil. Alright, maybe one of the tongs, or one of the hammers. Right. We can also do maybe the fireplace. Okay, let's just see what these are. Okay, that's the fireplace itself. Okay, let's see. Logs. Okay. Burning logs and coals. Okay, so we can do all of those. The 2 lights. And the fire with the smoke, right? All of that stuff. Oh, damn it. Okay, so let's go. Fireplace. One of those hammers. One of those. Okay. Hammer 3, the small tong, the light, the logs. The fireplace, coals. You know what, maybe we leave the fireplace. So we'll do the coals, the burning logs, anvil stand, right? These are all my level 1. Okay. Then when you unlock level 2, I think we add the water basin, a bunch more of these hammers, the rest of the tongs. So it's going to be a small improvement, but we get the water basin and some more hammers and tongs, so we basically upgrade our tooling, and maybe even the hammers on the blacksmith itself. Right, we can make those level 2. And then basically the grindstone is going to be our level 3 addition. Okay. Then at the start, we hide everything except for the blacksmith building itself. The camera, obviously, we don't hide that one. Yeah, but I think the rest can get hidden. Okay, so we hide one more thing than we show. Might be the logs, element 8. Yeah, so let's just make sure we put the logs in for level 1 as well. Okay, something like that. Now let's just look at the code. I can't remember how this works. Okay, so we obviously have a list. Okay, we made all those lists. It's good. So we just call the upgrade room, and it just sets active true for everything in, depending on the room level. I mean, okay. Yo, Mr. Human Limits. How's it going, man? Are you well? Okay, this is a very straightforward manager. Very, very simple. Okay, but I think I think that's our blacksmith. I'm happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. Okay, let's see what this thing looks in the UI. Oh wait, yo, it's difficult to see. I can't see it like I can see the others. I need to actually play the game and unlock it. Is it set up though? I have no idea if this is gonna... if this is set up. Let's just play it. I honestly, I can't remember what the hell I did to get this working. I'm just gonna play it and see. You did some more shader goofing. Okay, now tell me if you figure out how to do a shader that allows you to see through, you know, obstacles. Okay, so we know the spar works. What happens if I click Smithy unlock? Nah, wait a minute, that is the blacksmith. Okay, but it didn't work. Interesting. So it kind of worked, but not really. Okay, well I have to check how that functions. Oh, I think it might be... Yeah, so what I want to do is I would like, right, to add more trees and stuff on the levels, right, to make them feel a little bit more full. But the problem is, obviously, when you do that, they obscure the camera if you're in a top-down view like me. So the trees get in the way. And I just want to kind of make a little transparent section, right? So that if I move behind a tree, it hides, you know, the leaves or whatever. I mean, I've seen that be done in so many games. It's a very common thing. I'm sure if I did some good Googling, I should be able to figure it out. But I haven't. But I think it's something to do with the shader, right? I think it's a shader. Oh, you know how to do that already? Wow. Goes to show you. So let's see. I think I might have a scriptable object that does this. So if we look at the exchangeable rooms, we have the smithy. Okay, let's just do this. Yeah, we put the render texture here, the furniture. Let's open this up and see. Okay, so the exchangeable room type, I want to change this to a blacksmith. Right. I feel like that's a more descriptive or better name, at least. Okay. That's the first thing I wanted to change. And then I want to change the name for this thing. Or the... Wait. Where did it go? Come on. So let's make this the... blacksmith. Blacksmith equipment. Blacksmith. Okay, something like that. Now, I'm still not sure how the spar works. Oh, okay, so you've already implemented something, well, that does the reverse, but I guess if you can do the reverse, it's probably not that difficult to figure out how to do it in the forward. Okay. So we got the black, so that's changed. Jeez, I don't know. How the hell did I do this? So obviously we got the render texture, and it does get that correctly, so that works. So it must be my exchangeable room manager, maybe? No, it's not that one. What would it be? It might be something. I have this exchangeable room. So obviously this tells us the room type and all that goodness. This is annoying. I completely forgot how I did this. So this does seem to work. So it does seem to, when I change the room type, that works because it did show the blacksmith. And it did unlock the blacksmith. Right, the problem wasn't that. The problem was upgrading the blacksmith. So where do I upgrade? I guess it's not here. It might be with the slot. Yeah, so I do this callback and slot hover and slot click, add to slot list. Huh. Okay, so the shop button click didn't do anything, right? I'm assuming that must be what happened or what didn't work. So let's just check what does it do. Room type, slot number. Okay, so it seems like it goes to the room manager. Gives it... Oh, I know what the room manager is. I think I know what the room manager is. I think I know. Okay, so there's a... In the waiting room, there's this room manager. And this is where I need to plug it in, right? So I haven't plugged in the blacksmith. Okay. Now I remember. Okay, so blacksmith there. And essentially I need to do one of these. If the exchangeable room type is the blacksmith, then we need to take the blacksmith and run upgrade room with the appropriate slot level. Okay, this is my interface. I forgot it. You don't know how to apply it on top of another shader. Ew. Yeah, okay, that might be an issue. Or maybe not. I actually don't know. Maybe it's... So would you have to... What would that mean? Would you have to replace... So let's say I have this tree. Right. If I can click on it. So it's got a shader which is associated with the material. For the mesh renderer, obviously. Would you have to change the material? Or do you change the shader of the material? You know what? Maybe these shaders already have something like this in. I don't even know it might have. This is quite a complicated shader. I'll have to do some research. Well, for now it's not that important because you reminded me of that issue when you were speaking about the shaders. But yeah, it's not currently the end of the world. Okay, so let's see this work. Because for now I could just make it so that I don't have that many obstacles in the level that obscures my vision. But yeah, I mean, okay. So we unlock the blacksmith. We can see that's a blacksmith. Now, if I click on buy. Okay, we got a null reference exception error. Oh, I know why. Okay, let me try this again. So in the waiting room, I do still need to drag the blacksmith in there. Now we can try it. Okay, blacksmith, unlock, upgrade. There we go. Okay, we have some issues here. We didn't unlock the fireplace. The fire is just on top of the wood. That seems like a bad idea. Okay, so... And the fire's not moving because I forgot to make it so that it can move. Okay. So the fireplace... I actually don't know. Maybe I remove it from the hide list. I think so. I think the fireplace can just always be there. Right, if you unlock the blacksmith, there's a fireplace already. I think that's good. Okay, and then these two, delta time unscaled, so they can continuously work. We can even put some other thingies in here. So let's see if we don't have nice. Yeah, something like these embers maybe. Let's move them over there. Let's suppose they go over there, and let's just change this shape. What if we did something like that? Yeah, we can make them both unscaled effects. And then We can put like, make the room a little dusty. Right, we can say, okay, we can change the shape size. You know, scale it to the whole room. Something like that. Okay, and we can make those unscaled as well. Okay, let's put them in there. And then I'll grab them. Ah, it's so annoying when I do that. You have to be locked. So the embers and the dust, we can hide those at the start. And then we show them on level 1. Righto. Shall we have a look? So they're all now unscaled, and the fireplace should be back. Okay, we got the blacksmith unlocked. Boom. Boom, boom. Not bad. Spar. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Also not bad. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think I like that. It's, yeah, they're all a little empty, right? Let's be honest, but it's not that bad. Looks pretty good. Also like our super motivational poster we got going on in the gym. Okay, well, that's pretty good. It's starting to look a little bit full. Maybe I should. Maybe it's too full. Actionette, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I think I nailed your name. I hope so. Actionette. Nice wordplay. Okay, let's stick some characters in some things and go shoot some lizards. Oh wait, I need to fix this level. It's still gonna be... It's lizardless. Okay, we'll just shoot the totems then. So much action, wow. There should be a third totem here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Got it. You like the music? I also like the music. It's pretty good. Yeah, we actually got the artist to... Well, he allowed us to use the music in our game as well. Obviously, the music is switched off in the game, otherwise it's just... they're gonna fight each other, which we don't want. Okay, I think most of my characters are a little bit pooped now, because I put them in the gym. The duck can go for a round. Die! Okay. Oh, yeah, it's the attack reduction totem. I think that might be the next thing I do. I don't like the effects on the totems that much. I think I'm gonna make them decals. Just so it's easier to see. What the hell are all these debug? Okay, I need to go through my debug statements, because I'm spamming the console. Oh no, I'm out of stamina. Oh no. I think I'll still survive. I did. Okay. Let's upgrade. I don't even look at the upgrades because the balance is so bad. Oh. Okay, I just noticed that you can still see the name here, which is terrible. I want to take that out. I don't like the naming. If I could do it better, but I currently just took it out. Let's see who's ready for a fight. Oh, jeez. Okay, you need to go to the spa. Relax. The chicken is not gonna make it either. Okay, this is bad. Okay, only the robin has enough juice. Let's go, Robin. Now the bombers are coming. Should be fine. Still the first bomber level. Ugh, I'm so flippin' skill. Eat my poison. I should also go fix the totem spawning issue on this level. So many small bugs. Maybe I should just focus on solving those small bugs first before I continue with too many other things. The dev stream is going all pretty okay, I think. What is this? Oh, this is for the bombs. Okay, this was when I was still trying to predict the physics engine to figure out what the bombs are doing. Ew, I might actually have to change that. So I realized something else with the physics that could cause me a little bit of a thing. Let's see. This is also something that I don't think... Yeah, we don't need that anymore. So with the physics specifically, I have a couple of problems. Well, when I implemented the bombs, right, or when I changed them the other day, they were very slow, right? They seemed very floaty. Nothing fell, right? Yeah, any day it's not on fire is a good day. No, then today is a good day. But well, okay, so my problem with the bombs were they don't actually fall too good. So let's just... I'm gonna finish my thought eventually. Don't worry. I just also wanted to fix that. So they felt very floaty, and they still kind of do. And I realized yesterday that I have my characters. So if we go to the Robin, for instance, she does the cool backflip, right? But if you look at this character, and she's inside of the floor. Okay, you know what? Let's just move you outside of the floor. Okay, but if you do her backflip, and this is kind of what was tripping me up, I think, is the backflip feels very good, right? Let's see, it's this one. So if you do the backflip, like she does the back, obviously she moves backwards as well. But that doesn't feel floaty, that feels like a good backflip. And I realized it's because it's not relying on gravity. This is animated to go up and down. But that means from the perspective of the player, it's going to seem like gravity applies differently to characters like the Robin versus, you know, projectiles, which is kind of bad. So what I should actually do is I should calculate what exactly the gravitational acceleration is of the Robin based on her motion here, and apply that amount of gravity to everything. Because all my animations are going to hopefully be consistent, at least, with how quickly things move up and down. I hope. Yeah, that's also a big hope. So maybe we should be able to do that. Who wants to do some math? Let's do some math. Actually, let's go into the who knows what we're doing section of the stream. So we finished with the blacksmith, so I'm just going to stop this timer, so we don't track more time working with the blacksmith. We'll do other learning bugs, that type of thing, right? This is what we're doing now. So we're going to track time on that one. Okay, so I think basically what we need to do is we need to look at the Y, maybe look at it as a curve. Okay, so here we can see how the robin is moving, right? If we pause it, we can see she goes up. So this is not proper projectile motion also, which is a bit of a problem. Proper projectile motion would look more like a parabola than this. Unfortunately. Okay, but her highest point is about 2.8. I'm just going to write down 2.8. And then she falls back down. She hits the ground right there. Okay, and then she braces, right? So that's about 0.998. Okay, so it's about 1. So she moves 1.8 units. Okay, let's see. So she moves 1.8 units in... This is frame 25. The starting frame was... I think I took this one. 19. Right. So that's in 6 frames. She goes from... Hey, not the cheap. How's it going? Okay, so she went from 2.8 to... So she moved 1.8 units in 6... these aren't frames. Well, yeah, they are frames. It's 30 frames per second. That's the animation speed. So 6 over 30. That's 0.2 seconds. That seems very quick. Oh. Yeah, this is one of the players you play. One of the characters you can play as. Let me do this. Let me show you guys something before I continue with these calculations. So here's the. Let's go to the main menu scene. My UI is still a bit of a work in progress, so if anything seems a little bit weird, that's why. Oops. Ignore that tooltip, that's a bug. Okay, so there's now multiple musics playing over one. Okay, that's the game music. I was playing game music and Spotify music simultaneously. So this is AVIORUM, right? AVIORUM is a massive tree. Yeah, the leaves are massive because AVIORUM is a tower-like tree. A living, godlike entity, right? And what we're trying to do as the birds, the original inhabitants of the tree, is trying to reclaim it from the reptiles that invaded and took it over 500 years ago or something like that, right? Unfortunately, they abuse the magic of the tree to be able to, make copies of themselves. And since the birds haven't inhabited the tree in so long, they lost the ability to fly. So our current bird heroes are a bunch of flightless birds, even the ones who would have been able to fly normally. They've taken up more traditional, fantasy roles or whatever, like hero roles. So we have a knight who's a chicken, massive rooster. We have a duck. The duck's a ninja, right? If you really want to get into it, right, there's is a little bit of a... And we tried, right? So this is a duck that is more native to Japan, or at least they spend a lot of time in Japan. The problem with ducks is they're migratory, right? So that they are in Japan sometimes and sometimes other places. But they are often found in Japan. We got an owl. He's the wizard. Hey, 100 followers. Woo! Not the cheap. And ActionNet. You guys got me there. Thanks. And then we have the robin. The robin is a bit of a work in progress. Also, they seem a bit dark. I think my lighting is broken. Anyway, the robin is just a good old-fashioned tiny little bird. And obviously, since the robin is a type of bird and Robin Hood is a type of character that people know about, the robin became the ranger. But anyway, you can build your party. And the nice thing is you can add the same bird multiple times. We want to add some variation so they don't just look the same. But the idea would be it's a survival roguelike game. So you select your party, and you could add 4 characters to the party. Yeah, so it's 4 characters in the party. And then... Okay, this is just a screen to show you all the characters and rename them. So they have default names. So we have Ava, Barnaby, Cedric, and Duke. And we can start. Now the levels might be messed up, I think, because I was testing, so I might be on a test level right now. But I can show you what this is. So this is a magical place, right? This tree is magical, and it called for its it called the heroes, right, to come and save it. And the tree has an interesting quirk. It has a bunch of biomes, like literally every level on the tree, because it's like a tower tree thing, basically is a portal to another dimension, and there's a massive different biome in there. And you'll find different enemies in the different biomes, and the birds themselves would also work or have certain benefits in different biomes, right? So, for instance, if it's a very wet, watery, swampy biome, the duck kind of is at home, right? Where if it's a desert biome, the duck kind of, he doesn't really like that. But anyway, that's the idea. And we are essentially in like a Tartarus or some kind, an extra-dimensional elevator going up the tower, trying to get to the top to defeat the crocodile boss, right? And while in this extra-dimensional elevator, you can add things. Cheers, ActionNet. Okay, but while you're in this room, you can add, so you can upgrade the rooms. So we can have a gym. We have a infirmary or a hospital, and then we have an observation deck. Right, and as you upgrade, you can see the amenities in the rooms become better. And the idea is, with managing your characters, because you have 4 of them, is you don't just play and level up, right? Wow, I'll wait. Let's wait for the ad to end. We can type. Yeah, I'll wait. It's almost over anyway. They are for now. Okay, it says the ad break has ended. Is that the truth? Okay, we're back. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you want to know if you can have the birds use modern weaponry. Not currently, no. So I'm trying to stick to the medieval fantasy thing for the in-world combat as far as I can. Maybe one day we can go that route, right? So maybe one day it will be possible. But basically, the amenities and things you see within this room can only exist in this room. It's a magical place, right? You have air conditioning, a vending machine. It's a bit weird, right? I'll admit it's weird, but it's kind of fun as well. It's a game, right? But anyway, so you can use these rooms and they can give benefits. So the idea is the characters don't really have items so much. They have access to amenities to improve their stats. Right, so if you want a stamina increase, for instance, a maximum stamina increase, you'll take one of these birds, put them on the treadmill. And I'm working on it. One day we'll have them actually walking or running on the treadmill, but for now, I just have a little icon to represent that. Right? If you feel like they need to get more health, you can put them in the gym, right? And they'll gain health. Max health. Okay? But all of these different rooms uses up your stamina. So, you're going to have to figure out a balance between having characters rest, fight, or work in the gym, right? And this room, the observation deck, is kind of where we have a view. So since this is an extra dimensional super portal thing, we can see into the level that's currently being played. And essentially, any character that sits on one of these chairs, they are resting, so they're regenerating health, they gain stamina, and they can see the fight, which means they also gain some experience. And now we're also working, so these are just the standard rooms that you get, and then we're working on the other rooms as well. So we can have a blacksmith and a spa, and we'll have more things in the future. But you can now imagine the blacksmith could be a place where we either improve our weaponry, so we increase our damage. The spa is a place where we go to super relax. So it's like the observation deck on steroids in terms of health regen and stamina regen. But you don't get a view of the fight, so you don't gain levels. But yeah, kind of like it. So this is all still a work in progress, right? It's a lot of work, turns out. And something broke. Whoopsie. Ah, damn it. I think I left the... Oh, damn. Okay, sorry about that. The music is from a guy... it's a Ukrainian artist. I think the band's name is Metal Mastery. Yeah. He just does instrumental stuff. Okay, but let's see. If we go back to the game scene, I know why it broke. It's because I left... Remember, we were busy with the Robin and the... trying to figure out gravity. But I left it in there, and they kind of broke then, because... I should have disabled it after I was finished. But we can... it's top down. So the perspective is top. Okay, now everything is gone, but it's okay. We can just let's give them some nice chairs to sit in at least. go there. Okay, so this is a test level, so there's not much happening here. I wanna fix the attacks and stuff a little bit, but currently the wizard has a very slow fireball attack, or he can do like a flamethrower thing. And then I need to manually spawn in enemies because this is a test level. And whoops, I spawned coins instead. And the level ended. Okay, let's just go to the next level where there will be actual enemies. We can put everybody in chairs, grab the ranger. Okay, this is now an actual level, I think. No, spawning is disabled. Oh, come on. How did I do this? Okay, seems like I was messing with stuff and it's not working currently. I'll have to... yeah, it's kind of annoying when the enemies keep popping in while you're just trying to test something, right? Yeah, this is the perspective. You get runes as well, so you can apply these to the characters. So it's kind of like an item. It's a basically just a power up. It's not like you have to. You don't really, you know, equip different pieces of armor and stuff like that. It's not quite that level of item management. I wanted to make the item management kind of simple. Yeah, so I thought just runes, something basic. You can use them. They give you a lot of stats, but they also remove a lot of stats, so you kind of need to use them in a clever way. And then obviously you have the waiting rooms, and you have levels up. You level up, right? But like you can do, if you want to do more damage, you can get the blacksmith going or whatever. There's a lot of room still to improve. But this also gives you a lot of replayability options, right? It's like, okay, I went with the blacksmith in the previous game because I relied on it heavily. What if I use a lab instead? What does the lab do, right? Who knows what the lab does? I don't even know what the lab does. Actionette? Wait, what are you saying? Yeah, I should be streaming around this time most days. Thanks, not the cheap. I appreciate that. You know, polish is one of those things. You do it, and you do it, and you do it, and you do it, and you don't actually notice whether or not it's getting any better. Especially me, you know, the developer. Like, for me, it feels like, oh, geez, what did I do? Okay, so that item I gave to the chicken, it gives you a lot of attack speed and crits, but it reduces your attack damage. And I think I reduced my attack damage down to 0. So I'm critting a lot, but I'm doing still 0 damage, because it turns out if you multiply 0 by any number, it kind of stays 0. I'm gonna get overwhelmed eventually. Unless somehow I'm also very fast. I don't know, did I get some movement speed upgrades or something? Got a ton of lizards, yeah. Okay, yes, I have -4 damage, in fact. Okay, that's a problem. So the chicken is currently not going to be any good. Okay, let's... so since I started with the whole... gravity calculations... So let's see. Let's open up some paint, and let's just make this good old black screen, right? And I actually think I should also just get my equations of motion references, because I can't remember them. Come on, equations of motions. Show me what you got. Oh, hello. Go there. Thank you. Okay. So, we have... So what do we have? We currently have our initial position. So we have displacement, right? So we have... wait, I can't draw. Oh, I need to make it. We have delta y, right? We have delta y. So we know how much we displace by. And we have our initial velocity, which is just v. And we have time. We want acceleration. Right? Because we're trying to get our physics engine to match our animations, so that acceleration feels consistent throughout the game. So that when you do a backflip, you'll fall at the same rate as a bomb would fall. Righto. So let's see. With displacement, velocity, and time, I guess it's just this one, right? I know it won't be that one. Oh no, u is the initial velocity. Yeah, okay. So we gotta go S equals ut plus 1/2 at squared. Okay, and then we can solve for a. Okay, so our displacement is 1.8. This term would go to 0 because our initial velocity is just 0, right? So that's fine. And then we get plus half a. Our time was 0.2 seconds. Ooh, this is gonna be quite... Okay, let's grab the calculator. Okay, so the 1.8 times 2, if we take it over, and then we divide that by 0.2 squared, right? 90. Ooh, jeez. That's... And I guess it's meters per second squared. Ah, that's bad. That's too much, right? Currently, gravity is set to 9.8. So this is a factor of 10. Yeah. Everything's gonna flip and have a problem. Okay, let's try something else then. What else can we do here? Okay, let's go to the Ranger and let's see if we can't make this work for us. What if... Okay, let's open it up. Let's look at the animation. So we might have to change this animation slightly. Because that's way too fast, right? Falling that fast is going to be a problem. Okay, but what if we take the Ranger? Let's look at the animation again. Okay, backflip animation. We want to see the curve, because that's what makes sense. Yeah, okay, so this is roughly the apex, and then she falls down, and she reaches the ground. There, obviously, she dips a little bit below because she does just catches herself, right? But technically, that is when she reaches. Yeah, and this is happening in if we take that as the maximum, so frame 18, and that, which is frame 25, so that's 7 frames, and doesn't really change much. Right. What'll happen if we made this more like a parabola? What'd happen if we just said that she continues flying upwards, so she doesn't do this long stall here. So we're changing the animation slightly. Let's see if we can get this thing to look like a parabola. Of some kind. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but you know, it can be pretty good at least. Okay, let's say that's our apex. And then she's accelerating down. Okay, so that would now happen on the 16th frame. So we now have frame 16 instead. Right? And that is at a height of 3.34. All the way down to 1. So our time component... Ew, did I make this worse? I might have made this worse. So our time is now 16 to 25. So it's at 9 frames. Oh, I might have made this worse. So now it's 0.3 seconds. But we move... instead of 1.8 units, we move 2.34 units. Ah, damn it. Okay, yeah, so I actually might have made this worse. Yeah, because now she's actually falling way further. Oh, damn. Okay, 2.34 and 0.3 seconds. Let's go plug that into our formula here. So 2.34 times 2 divided by 0.3 squared. 52, okay. Okay, no, the math is actually in our favor here. Okay, so if that was the trajectory, then she's actually going to move... Okay, let's see, how can we manipulate this? So okay, so if I look at this, if we increase the distance, if we decrease the distance traveled, so if she doesn't get that high over the same amount of time, it will change. Okay, let's just see the backflip now. Yeah, so if she doesn't jump that high, it's going to change it significantly. The other thing we can do is change the time. If she takes longer to fall, I kind of feel like this is a good amount of gravity. Like, looking at this, it feels natural. Right? I'm going to say that feels kind of natural. Okay, so let's try it out. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with this animation, and I'm gonna use it as a baseline for all our gravity going forward. So gravity is gonna be 52 meters per second squared, right? Okay. Okay, let's just get rid of this ranger because she breaks the game. Okay, and the idea would then be to go into, I think it's my file, if I just want to change projectile motion, generally speaking, file, where is the setting? I can't remember exactly. Let's try project settings, go to physics, settings, Okay. I'm going to change gravity to -52. Okay. Because that's how quickly our Ranger falls. Now, if we go look at our bomber enemies, right? They are currently so they will, as long... Okay, so all our projectiles are going to be affected, right? So we got our bomb spawner here. Okay, let's just go look at the bomb manager, because I don't remember how I did this. Okay, so obviously I used gravity there. Could I just do this? Private float gravity. Right, can I just get gravity somehow? Equals physics dot gravity. What is this? The gravity applied to all rigid bodies in the scene cannot implicitly convert from vector 3 to float. Oh. Dot y. Right, we just want the y component. Okay, and we could now change all the gravity calculations in here. So we actually just want to find, you know what, let's do a find 9.81. Okay, and replace them with gravity. Okay, let's see. Okay, we want 9.81F replaced with gravity. Okay, so that was just for my predictions for the decal. Now, what's probably going to happen here is these bombs are going to fall way short now. Or, no, they might not. They might not. I think the characters, I think the code I wrote here to calculate the trajectory was smart enough to take into consideration gravity variation. Okay, so with gravity being more, let's see if the bombs look any good. Because they might now feel very bad. And the other thing will be the arrow. Right, those are the two things that are affected by gravity. The arrows for the ranger and the crocodile with his crossbow, and the bombs. But the bombs are by far the most affected. We can look at the arrows as well, but let's see the bombs first. Yeah, the problems with the arrows is... yeah, we'll see. Let's just see what this looks like. I'm making this way more complicated right now than it needs to be. I also just want to check these levels and why they don't spawn. Okay. Yeah, I did untick that, so that's why that level doesn't spawn. Okay. But we're just going to go to the test. You know what? I should have made the test level longer. The timer, at least. Okay, I'm just going to stop it. Go to my game manager and put like many seconds on my first level, because we don't want to play through the game. We just want to kind of look at what actually is going to happen with our gravity. Okay, we'll take the Robin. Okay, so her backflip still feels good. It's now a less of a... It's a more normal looking arc, I think. Let's get our spawner in yet. Where the hell is this thing? Yeah, this is why I need more time, because I'm... Okay, test spawner. Let's spawn in one bomb enemy. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't quite... They fall super quick. Okay. So gravity is real. Now let's go figure out how we can fix that. Okay. So, bomb manager. Okay, so we apply a force, essentially. So we get a direction to the player. We get our Y offset. We calculate our upward velocity initial. Okay. That's probably the problem. Yeah, so previously this was just... Okay. Predicted time, so we take our upward velocity. Okay, so it turns out with that amount of gravity, we're going to need way more upward velocity for it to reach. Okay, so we can predict the time it will take, but we need to calculate the time based on how far the enemies are from us. Okay, and how hard we throw it. So if you think about it, direction to target, distance to target divided by predicted time. So this thing should fly super quick, I would suspect. Okay, so there might still be... Okay, so this is essentially taking our flight time and making sure that it reaches the target during our flight time. Okay, but it's not reaching the target during flight time at all. I actually forgot that we did this. Let's look at the console. Do I still have this in the console? Let's just put that here. I don't know what that means. What? Wow. Nah. Okay, we have problems here. Okay, so it's not actually calculating anything here. Oh, because gravity is a negative number here. Ah, okay. Let's just do that. So on awake, you just get gravity first. Okay, that's the problem. It's a negative number, which normally is fine, but the calculations assumed a positive gravity number. Okay, that could have been one of my problems. Because that meant, yeah, no, that would not have worked at all. Okay. Yeah, because I'm taking the square root of a negative number, essentially. Or something like that. What am I doing here? Yeah, I was taking the square root of a negative number. That's a problem. Okay, let's just try again. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, test spawner is up. Let's do one frog. Okay, they should be able to... I think the calculations are sound. Wow, okay. That is a problem. Yeah, so they really need to chuck it hard. Okay, so we need to get the upward velocity for these frogs way higher. Yeah, because that's too fast. Like, we not be able to predict or dodge any of that stuff. Okay, that's good. So that's just our initial upward velocity. Okay. So... okay, I can just tweak this, and I think that is exactly what I'm going to do. So it's direction to player, dot magnitude, and then I have a multiplier, I think. I had one. Okay, let's make one again. Okay, so we'll do serialized field. What is happening here? Serialized field. Private float upward velocity multiplier. Yeah. We'll just do it like that, and we'll grab our upward velocity times the upward velocity multiplier. Okay. And essentially now I can just tweak it without coming into the code every time until it feels like these guys are going to throw the bomb into the air, and I'll just throw it straight at your face as quickly as they can. Okay, let's give it a go. So our bomb projectile, if we open the prefab, it should now have... wait, it's got... okay, it's got two things here. Okay, let's just go crazy and make it like 10. And the reason is, well, technically we increased the gravity by like 5, but it was halved before. So if we make it 10, that should allow it to do roughly the same thing, I think. Let's see what it does. Okay, let's do one. Oh, that might be too much. Now he throws it into the air like... okay, that's a bit too much of a multiplier. Okay, let's just try 2. Wow, I didn't think it would be that crazy. Okay, well that's completely ridiculous, right? Okay. How do we feel about that one? It's not too bad. So they roughly take a second to reach you, right? Yeah. Oh, that's a new bug, actually. So when I pick this thing up, oh, it's super heavy now. And it doesn't actually reach... Okay, so gravitational acceleration is a little bit weird now. Yeah, and look at my arrows. So she doesn't really shoot very far anymore. Okay, so everything is a little bit wonky with gravity being as high as it is. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Well, okay. Before I go any further, I'm going to grab myself a drink and use the restroom. And I'll come back and we'll tweak this a little bit more. But at least it is a little bit more consistent. Although it seems a tad excessive. Yeah, things seemed a bit glued to the ground. But we'll look at it now. We can obviously change the gravity back if we wanted. If we were okay with the fact that the backflip that the Robin does is a little bit, less accurate in comparison to the rest of the world's physics. But I think I'm going to base it off the bombs. If the bombs feel like they can kind of go, or they kind of look good, and they could look realistic and not too floaty, I think I'm going to stick with it. Okay. Anyway, let me do one of these quickly, and I'll be right back. Just like so. You'll see me in 2 minutes. Oh, I'm back. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, gravity. Gravity, did we overdo it a little bit? I don't know why it feels so floaty in the first place, because... Is it because of drag? Like, I don't understand it, to be honest. Like, if you look at this projectile, it doesn't have drag. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of mass either. But I mean, gravity doesn't really care about mass. It should just... Yeah, it should just kind of work anyway. I wonder if we can change the gravity per object. Right? I don't know. Maybe we can. I actually don't know. Let's see something in this. So if we get... I think we do get the rigid body, right? Can I do... Not gravity. Use gravity. Okay, we can just do use gravity. Okay. I guess what we could do is instead of it having gravity, I could just apply a downwards force if I wanted. Yeah. Could do something like that. Let's also give this thing a little bit more spin. Okay. What else did I want to do? Okay, so let's try something a little bit different. The first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this multiply to maybe like 3. So that might feel a little bit better. Then the other thing is... Okay, so this has now got to do with like these runes and stuff, right? Okay, so each of these runes... Ah, damn, they each have their own rigid body. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, so they're going to be affected by gravity in the same way, regardless. Okay, let's look at the... Let's look at the script. What does the script do? Okay, so if it... Okay, so let's see. So if it's picked up... if can be picked up. If it cannot be picked up, that means it was picked up. We have transform.position plus equals, so we move it up. And what we could do is we could get the rigid body. So we could get the rigid body, for instance, and we can just also do RB dot use gravity equals false. Right, we could just do that as well. So as soon as this thing goes up, just make sure that we don't use gravity anymore. Actually, we can switch that off somewhere else. So maybe right here. If player collided. Yeah, that makes more sense. So once it collides, we just switch off gravity here. Okay. This is gonna be annoying. This is gonna be annoying. So let's do on start RB equals get components in children rigid body. Let's just do that instead. It's a bit lazy. It's a little bit lazy, but I'll go with it, right? Hey, you made the shade work, Mr. Human Limits. Okay. So I should change the opacity. Yeah. I guess I got some Googling and YouTubing to do if I want to implement that. But like I said, right now it's not super important, I don't think. It would be nice if I could get it to work, because then I can really get into the level design a bit more. But I think I'll do that maybe after the demo launch or something. I think it makes sense, yes. I think it makes sense. So what I'm thinking, you said. So let's see if I understand this. So I made this shader which dissolves things, right? But if I understand this correctly, right, what I could do maybe is I could have alpha clipping or something like that working, right? And I can maybe change the alpha value of all of my... So this is where it gets a bit weird, right? Because I could have a texture here instead of noise. And I could make a texture that looks the way I want it. So I could create a node, texture 2D, for instance, and I can use something like one of these circly things. Maybe something like this, but not exactly. So essentially what this could be is it could be plugged into the alpha value, right? So if I take this and I plug it into alpha there, doesn't do anything. Maybe I'm plugging in the wrong thing. But I also need to find out the position or something. So I need to figure out whether or not the character is currently, or whether or not a specific material is between our character and the camera position. Right, and if it is, it needs to apply opacity based off of this. But I don't remember where to plug in what. I might be plugging in the wrong things here. But that's what I think it should be. But I'll go read into it. It is also... Oh, there's a screen position node. You see, yeah, this is create node screen position. Okay, I didn't even realize that. So that's actually perfect. So then based on the screen position, we change the opacity. I don't know what this means. Center tile, pixel, default. Yeah, I'll have to go read into it. It seems like you already know how to do this. Is the screen position node, plug it into the UV node. Oh, really? You plug it into there? Like that? No, not quite. The Fresnel effect multiplied to the other opacity changes into the alpha node. Oh, it does do that. Okay. Oh, wait. What does that actually do? Why did it do that? That's interesting. Raw, default, centered. That seems wrong. Tiled, pixel. Okay, that's also wrong. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to play with this. Yeah, I don't have a Fresnel effect node. What is a Fresnel? This is just a random other shader that I opened just to plug stuff in. Yeah, that I probably broke now. It's not supposed to be the one. Must I search for create node Fresnel? What does this do? Oh! 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 Well, that's exactly what I wanted. I got a texture for this. Okay. Oh, this is perfect. What? Okay, then what we could do is we can change the... Okay, so we can create a node. World... what was it? Camera... Oh, damn, I forgot it already. Maybe I should leave them in screen position. So you say we take the screen position, plug it into the normal or the view, which one? Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know how to. Okay, into the normal. Does this need to be center? I don't really see a difference here. I think I need to read the documentation to understand this. But effectively, we could say that the Fresnel effect would be applied to the alpha channel, right? So our alpha channel would be like that, and then alpha clip threshold. I don't know if that's actually required, is it? We don't want to do alpha clipping in this case. Are we building a shader now? Okay. Let's do this. Let's get rid of those. Let's create a new shader. Right? And let's do it properly. So where are my shaders? And then we can just test it on some random material, right? Okay, create new shader graph. URP. Is it a lit shader graph, hey? What do we call this? Give me a name. Hide obscuring. Let's say hide in front of camera. Now, I might have to add this effect onto another shader. Yeah, you can. Okay, but I remember something, right? So we need a Fresnel effect. Then we need a position, screen position, right? Okay, so these two I remember. We set this to center. we put the output into normal. Right. On this thing, I think we need to do alpha clipping enabled, right? So we have the alpha channel. Okay. And then we plug this into alpha. That's currently all I have. We can plug a color in. Let's make it red. Right, let's just make it red. Hey, Z.A. Shaw. How's it going, man? With your party of 43 people. Welcome. Welcome. I'm trying to figure out a shader. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm going to see if this works. Okay, so we plug the Fresnel into alpha. The power of the effect. Okay, we could do that. Let's create a node float. We can plug it in there, and then we can convert it to a property. And let's just call it the power. For now, we'll we'll work with this, eh? Shaders are cool and irritating. Like CSS. Don't tell me that. That sounds horrible. I've had enough of CSS. Yo, Dianora, double raid. Hello. Hope you are doing well also. Okay. This is just a quick test. I'm not gonna get into shaders. Okay, so let's try it. Let's set the default to 1. Save it again. I'm just gonna stick it on a random thing in the world and see what happens. Right, let's go to our test level. Okay, I've pressed saved multiple times now. So let's just do a test plane and see. And then we can test... So we just want a 3D plane. Where did this plane end up? Okay, there. Okay, so I'm gonna straight up. I think it's gonna be in the way of the camera. I actually don't know. We should also create a material, I suppose, using this new shader that we just made. Probably. Hey, probably. Where's my materials? Are you serious? Okay, we'll create a test camera material thing, whatever. Okay, we'll give it our new shader, which is called hide in front of camera. Give it a power of 1. Okay, that's all. So it really doesn't do much. Okay, then we'll just take this material and put it onto that thing. Oh, look at that. It's already hiding itself. Yeah, that's very interesting. Okay. I wasn't expecting it to work. Raiding and running. Cheers, man. Run as fast as you can. Okay, well that's actually something, I guess. Okay, so that works. So now I just need to figure out how to get this to work with other things. Let's scale it. Just okay, that's cool. So now at least I know the basics of getting this to work. So what I will do now, okay, so let's go run around a little bit, just see. Okay, so I can see it. Ooh, it clips a little bit weird, doesn't it? Okay, so there's something not quite right, so I might have to tweak it a little bit, hey? But the idea is there. It kind of is looking to work somehow. Okay, we'll fiddle with this for sure. For now, let's see what our gravity changes did to the bomber. Let's spawn one in. Okay, that's just ridiculous. Okay, so that looks terrible. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of what the gravity is doing on the bomber, to be honest. Yeah, he's just throwing these bombs way too high in the air. And it still lands too quickly. So I think gravity is too high. Yay, Brody, how's it going, man? Okay, so I think I'm gonna change the gravity levels for sure. Yeah, no. I don't like how the gravity is affecting the bombs. Or anything else for that matter, but it is theoretically now consistent with the perceived gravity from the animations, but that's not good. Okay, project settings. Yeah, okay. So negative 52, that's too much gravity. I feel like let's make it negative 20, because I still feel like the gravity was a bit too floaty. But maybe not negative 52 floaty, right? Okay, Mr. Human, so we can offset the effect some and maybe get a bit of a better idea of how this should work, right? Well, yeah, crude. It's a crude way of doing it, but I think I like it. So we can always tweak it later, right? I still need to get it to work with the other shaders and stuff and the other materials, so. And there might really just be a thing like that built into the Synthy stuff already. So I need to go check. Yeah, 3 or 4 more nodes, not the end of the world, right? Okay. So with the gravity at 20, this feels better already. Let's see how my arrows travel, actually. So they still fall relatively quick. Okay, I'm not supposed to shoot these things. Okay, so the frogs are probably going to be throwing the bombs very high up into the air. But let's spawn a couple of them and see. Okay, yeah, because gravity is very low now, so they do insane throws. Okay. Now I should have come back here and just change this back to, let's say, 1. So no multiplier anymore. And it should feel a little bit better. Okay. Let's get our test spawner up. That feels pretty good. So about roughly 2 times gravity seems a little bit more like that motion, that projectile travel is way better in my opinion than what it was. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I think I'm gonna use it like that. Okay, nice. So again, it's not going to be perfect in terms of the motion of the animations, but it is at least a better situation. Okay. Okay, now one of the other things I wanted to do is I wanted to use a decal projector for the effect areas on these totems. Because I don't think it looks very good currently, right? So, let's see. So we have this area of effect visual. Right, so it does all this bubbling stuff, as well as puts a little ring on the ground. But it's very difficult to see, actually. Turns out you can't see the damn thing. So let's make a decal to project onto the ground instead of having a ring, like, kind of in the ground sometimes. Yeah, Mr. Human Limits, don't worry about it. I mean, this is the start, right? You've already demystified the shader quite a bit. So now that I, know about a few of the new elements, I think I can more confidently approach something like a tutorial on the subject, right? Which is already very useful. Okay, so I'm effectively just gonna rip this out. Maybe the bubbling I'll keep. I don't know, the bubbling is a bit weird. But for now, we do need to create a decal type of thing. So let's see, in our decal, so we have, okay, let's create a new material, and let's call this the totem effect decal, right? And let's give it a decal from our shader graphs. Yeah, okay, so we need a base map, normal map. Okay, so I can already maybe tell how this could be a problem. Okay, so the base map would just be some kind of a texture, some kind of a circle thingy. Right, I might get my artist to spruce this up a little bit, but I can at least do something about it now. Yeah, so just something like, one of these. It's a nice circular looking decal. Or one of these. Can I tint the decal? I actually don't know. Could be an interesting question. So let's just assume we use this one, right? Yeah, we can do GPU instancing, I guess. Okay, so let's add a component. Let's see. I think it's rendering decal projector. There we go. We got a decal projector on there. We'll just call it the decal projector. Rendering layer, I want it to render on the terrain. Okay. We'll grab a material, totem, progress bar. I think just decal effect is fine. Okay, let's drag it out. Okay, let's drag it to like the middle of the totem. And let's do some projection depth. Wow, this thing's doing a lot of thinking. Okay, I just want to see if it's working at least. Okay, cool. So we can see... Yeah, now why is it thinking so much? Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so the totem, it's projecting. Okay, so we have a couple of issues. Oh, and it's projecting on all the other totems as well, obviously. What? Changing opacity to 0 doesn't hide it entirely. Oh no, it does. It just takes a while. Okay. Alright, so here's my idea. I want this thing to scale based on the radius. Right, so that's one thing we need to think about. And then I want to kind of change the color. So to change the color, I guess I would have to give it something that's white to start off with. And then I can tint it. But now this is not something a standard decal does. So am I going to have to make my own decal shader? I might... Wait a minute, the bomb decal shader does this, I think. I think I did that with the bomb. Yeah, so I've already made one that does this. Okay, let's try it. Okay, we can get a texture later. Yeah, this bomb decal shader does have a tint option. Okay. So we just have to change the totem shader to bomb decal shader, and I can just use the same thing. So I can select the texture, the same old texture. Okay, I'll use this circle again. Mr. Human Limits, is there any way to give lights a specific shape to display? Might not know exactly what you mean, to be honest. Alright, there we go. So that's a green tint. This doesn't look very green. I guess it's the way I implemented the tint. Yo, Damon. How's it going, man? I think I might know. Do you want to do something like this? We have like beams of light. I don't know if that's what you want to do. I also don't know if this is a real light. It might not actually be a real light, so just ignore me. Okay, so I think my bomb decal shader might be doing a dumb thing. Let's see. I think it's multiplying the tint. Oh, it's adding the tint. Maybe I'm gonna try something. This might be crazy. What happens if I did that? So we give it a base map. We only give the alpha value of the base map through. That should do something. And then the color is whatever the tint is. We've got that makes sense to me. Whoops. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Yeah, so now it's just using the alpha value of the decal, and it's straight up applying the color that I gave it. That could work. That is something I could work with. Yeah, so now if I just wanted nice green, so it doesn't add the green and the white, I can just straight up project the nice green. Okay, this might work. This might work. Well, yeah, that is actually how you would do it, right, Mr. Human Limits? That is one way you could do it. You could also try playing with the decal projector. I don't know what if it can do exactly what you want, but like it almost looks like it is a projector, so it is projecting a shape onto something. You could think about that as being something like a light. Hey, this guy. Yeah, I got rated hard, man. I got rated super hard. Got a rate of 43 and then 6. Okay. Alright, I like this. So now I just need to access the correct properties to change the size of these things. Let's see if I can figure that out. Okay, I'm just going to put this at like 5 by default. The height and the projection depth can be 10. And then I just need to change the scale. Yeah, the scaling is a little bit strange. So let's see if I can figure out how to get that to work. Okay, so we have this effect radius. How is this thing exactly that size currently? Oh, the scale on that is set to 20. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna switch these off. Could I just scale? I could just scale it like this, right? Inherit from hierarchy. Okay, let me just try something. What happens if I do this? That seems like it just works. Okay, I'm gonna do it that way then. Yeah, let's do it that way. We just need to set the base size to something good so that the scale makes sense. Okay, but that does seem like the way I'd go about it. Okay, let's go into area. Okay, where do I do this? So probably in here, right? Oh damn, I did all this complicated stuff to set the colors and things. I think I'm gonna leave it there just in case. How do I get the effect? Oh, I need to plug that in. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we want a serialized field, private. What is this thing called? It's a decal projector, right? Okay, let's try that. So we grab the projector. Geez, like, why are you guys fighting again? Stop that. I have to use my dad voice. Okay, projector. Okay, so we have a decal projector. We'll plug it in or something, I guess. Okay, so we need to set the color of the default projector based on, I guess it's the effect SO, right? I think I changed the colors there. Or I set them up there at least. Yeah, area effect color. Okay. So we need to grab the material. So at start, I guess what we do when we set the colors, we have to do projector. Oh wait, we have to get the game object. No. Projector dot. Yes, I never remember how to do these things. Material. Whoopsie. Whoopsie, wait a minute. Okay, dot. Okay, how do we get that again? Oh, geez, I don't remember how to do this. So I want to grab the material tint. This is syntax stuff that I keep forgetting. Is it set float? Yes. Okay. The name ID. How do I do this again? Is it set float? It should be set float, right? I've done this before, but I flippin' can't remember. Okay, let's see. Where did I do this before? Where I wanted to set the material color. Yeah, Damon, I'm trying to get... I've done this before, I just can't remember how the hell I did it. Okay, so we have our decal, right? It's got a material, and I want to get this tint inside of my shader and change it. In the past, I was able to get the property name or the reference. How to set shader property in Unity with C#. I remember, but I don't remember. Oh, no, I am right. Oh, I'm not trying to... I'm trying to set a color. I'm a dumbass. Okay, wait a minute. Oh no, it's happening again. Set color, in fact. And the property name is... Or the parameter name is underscore tint. Right, and then the color value would be effect... so.effect area color. Boom. We've done it. Oh, this is unfortunate. Okay. So now we just need to change the scale. Okay, so we go projector. Projector.transform. Scale. Local scale equals vector 3.1 multiplied by something. Effect radius. Maybe it's effect radius. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see, right? Should be set float though. Well, no, the float is not a color. So yeah, I do want to set a color. And the property is a... Yeah, I just forgot that when you set it, it's a string name. Or maybe that's over... Okay, there might be different ways of doing this. But yeah, you could just set it with the string. Yeah, set float is if I wanted to vary the alpha or something, right? Yeah, everything is a number. Nice, Mr. Humanimus. Okay. Let's jump in and see what happens. I think I might not... Yeah, I might be using the wrong thing for scale. I think it might not be the correct value. Okay. Yeah, no, it's going to be way bigger than it should be. Okay, let's just plug in the decal projector and see what happens. Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna play it. It's gonna break. We can already see the problem, can't we? Spot the problem. Can anybody see what the problem is? Okay, we have a couple of problems. The first problem is, I guess, all the colors are the same now. Because maybe the last totem that tried to set its color, so this specific material or something. I remember there was a thing that you need to do. Active targets, universal. I don't know if that is the precision. No. There's a way where you could have it so that the you don't change all instances of this, only some instances. Looks perfect. Nah, I don't think you're being honest right now. I've seen this on other... Yeah, so this one... I can't remember where I saw that. Do I have to change the material every time? Why don't I have a dev mode? I don't have a dev mode because I don't even know what a dev mode would be, and it's a lot of extra work, and you know, I'm doing this my way, which is bad. I'm not saying I'm doing it the good way. I'm doing it my way. Crying out loud. Where did I see this? There was a way to so that the different shaders. Okay, let's look at a proper shader. So that each instance of, or is it the material that I changed it on? But each instance of it. Let's go to my other materials and see if there's a better one. It doesn't change all of the materials if you make anything change, or maybe it's an attribute specific thing. It might be the attribute. So maybe the tint itself per material. Okay. It didn't seem to do that though, or it didn't count it as different materials. Since it's a prefab, it kind of per instance maybe is that correct? Maybe it's per instance, not per material. It might have been per instance. Okay, let's try that instead. We'll go with per instance, and we will also do... let's make the width and the height just 1. Okay. And see if the radiuses are a little bit different now. Extra work to speed up my work. Yeah, I get roasted hard by Damon all the time. It's a little it's a bit much. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the sizing is obviously better, but the colors are still all incorrect. Okay, I'm up for suggestions. How do we get them to have unique colors? Because I know for a fact, okay, these are separate instances. Okay, first of all, the radiuses are not even close. So that's another thing I need to figure out. But so if we click on this totem, it is a reduce player movement speed. Okay, which one is this? That one. So it should be yellow. Okay, but clearly it... So the decal projector was set to blue, which, you know, is one of them, I guess. I know for a fact the actual effect SO has yellow in it. Yeah, that's yellow. It just... I think it changed it and then it overwrote it, right? I think it changed and then changed again, and whatever totem was last in line changed all of them. So this tint is being applied to the material which is on all of the totems, and I would have liked it to not do that. It would have been better. Okay, well, I mean, I know of another way to do this, which is bad. And that's just doing it manually, creating different materials for each projected color. But that kind of defeats the point of having this thing in the first place, right? Maybe I didn't save the shader. Could that be it? That'd be kind of funny if I didn't save it. Okay, so the scope... I mean, global, this seems like what it's doing currently. Per material, it's definitely not doing... Or it might be doing that one as well, because this is a single material that's just on different items. Right, and then hybrid per instance seems like what I wanted to do, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. So let's see how to oh, thanks Damon, I appreciate that. It's a kind word. They happen very few, far between, but it's I'll take what I can get. Okay, let's see how to set color or material on each instance of the material. This is in prefab Unity. This is probably, yeah, that's a terrible way of doing this, but anyway. I mean, this thing takes us from the start. Instantiate a prefab. Yes, I did that. Get component renderer. I basically did that. Create a new material instance. Oh. Oh, I need to create a new material instance. Yeah, okay, so I need to manually create a new instance. Okay. Okay. I guess that kind of could work. Let's see. New material. Okay, well. Material. New material equals projector dot material. Wait. New. I could feel it. I could feel it not working. Renderer dot material. Oh, does that just create a new instance? Surely it doesn't. Is that a new instance of the material? I mean, I doubt that very much. But anyway, I'll let it go. Okay, new material. Dot set color. Right, so let's do that on our new material. Righto. David, what are you saying? Yeah. Okay, so when the object gets spawned, they get spawned with the material instance of the material they used. Goes back to the last stream. The last stream. Okay. It's flyweight pattern being used on materials that Unity does for you. When you press play, it makes an instance of the material it uses. Okay. Let's say you are right. Why? Why, when I change this parameter, does it change every instance of that material if they are separate instances? Right? That's my problem. Because technically, if we look in not this one, so the tint should be the scope per material, right? If we say it's per material and it creates a new instance, then I should be seeing different colors all over the place, right? Well, let's try what I just did, right? So this is what Google said I should do. So I should just get the material, set the color, and then set it back onto the object, right? So that's kind of what they do. New material dot color. I mean, this seems a little bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I don't actually need to set it back. Yeah, they just grab it from the renderer. That's weird. Oh, this is apparently a very common problem. Okay, anyway. Apparently I don't need to do this again. So this just seems like a reference, right? It just sets I just have now a reference and I set the color. I don't think I did anything different. If I did it like this, it's the same thing. You see, Damon, maybe this is where it differs, right? This material is not part of a renderer in the same sense as it would be for a mesh renderer, right? Where the hell is my Unity going? Okay. This is part of a decal projector, and I don't know if, because this is the material right here, right? So the decal projector, you grab the material by just straightforwardly grabbing the material. Right? Yeah, so I think this might be my problem. So maybe the way you explained it should just work. And it should, I would have hoped it followed the same flippin' thing, but it seems like it doesn't quite. It doesn't help I change anything there. Well, I can. I can change that, and then I can just tell it to... Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so the projector... doesn't seem like it creates a new instance of the material. Okay, what if I did... I'm gonna try something. New material. Right, I don't know. Can I just create a material like that? Oh, it doesn't take a constructor that takes 0 arguments, so I need to give it a shader as well. How do I grab a shader? Can I just serialize field a shader? Let's try. Private shader. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, so we can just grab a shader, and then when we create our new material, we just give it a shader, right? Then we can change our new material, and then projectors.material. I guess we can just set it equal to our new material then, eh? So then we assign the new material to the projector with the correct color. We just need to give it the correct shader as well. I can drag the material. Okay, this guy. Make a shader, you can make a material and drag the material into the inspector. Yes. I think that's fine. Oh, wait. Now I'm going to have to set the... I'm going to do something else as well. If I create the shader here, I'm going to need the sprite or the texture 2D as well, hey? So the problem is I don't think I don't think I get new instances of the material that way. I need to build a material either through code, or I need to build manually a couple of materials. Right. Now if I do shader dot set okay, this is an interesting one. Okay, wait. Maybe we just create a new material, and then we can do a new material dot set texture. Oh, damn. Okay, this is gonna happen. What do I even call this texture? I just call it base map. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so we want the texture called... No, go away. What is this? Go away. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, can everybody just stop, please? Okay. What I need a new instance, because it seems like the decal projector always uses one instance throughout the entire game of a specific shader. And if I want to make the decals have the same texture but different colors, it seems like I need to create new instances of the material to affect the colors. Because I have a bunch of totems that are colored differently. I don't need to change the color during runtime, Damon. I can change the color. I could create materials myself, right? I can just sit here and create more materials for each color, and then I can apply them like that. I don't want to. Okay, let's see if this works, right? Okay, and we want the texture 2D. That's what I said in the beginning. It's like, I know how to do this if I just made variants of the material. I can do that. I don't want to do that. That's annoying. I have used variants of objects, yes. That's how I make my levels. I did some of the enemies that way, I think, as well. Even the characters are variants of a base character. I haven't done it with materials specifically, but I assume it's a similar idea. Okay. Well, here we go. Here goes nothing. Okay, so we need a shader in here. Bomb decal shader? Yes, if this works, I'm going to be super flippin' impressed. Okay, let me just grab that circle. Okay, so let's just play. I'm not even gonna. Well, yeah, changing the color shouldn't be this hard, but maybe this is a quirk of the decal projector. Okay, unassigned reference exception. Enemy building area effects has not been assigned. What? Oh my word, I'm such a dumbass. Yeah, I assigned it in the... I didn't assign them to the actual prefab. So they all broke. Yeah, let's try that again. And we'll just grab the circle. Why does it not... Let me apply overrides. What's happening here? Anyway. There we go. Did you see that? All of you doubting me. I've done it. Okay, the sizing is not correct, but at least they appeared. Okay, and they are changing in size. Nice! Okay, but that did seem a little bit unnecessary, right? I totally agree with that. It seemed a bit, you know. Okay, if we show the gizmos, we can see they're about off by half. So it seems like scaling them by the radius is the wrong idea. It should be scaled by the diameter. Right? So let's just grab one and see if that's roughly correct. So if we take this decal projector and we just change these to 2, and then we go look for it. There we go, yeah, that was that one. That's perfectly scaled. Okay, so we can just change the decal width and height to 2, and that would mean that the radius gets converted to a diameter. And you know what that means? That means Bob's your uncle. Okay. Let's just go set that on the base decal projector, 2 and 2. We could just give it another play to see. Well, it's just simple logic, this guy. If everything works, then Bob has to be your uncle, and everything is working currently. Okay, geez. Leaving in the... Okay, the gizmos are a bit much, but anyway. Yeah, okay, so that decal is almost exactly the right size. I would say that's good enough. Okay, it's a bit ugly. And I don't know why it projects to the damn totems. Okay, but like I said, the totems might get completely reworked in the future, so I'm not going to worry about them too much. I'm just going to ignore it. Okay, but the sizing and everything is correct. And this is... I mean, it's better, I would say, than the old system. Right, because at least now... Damn, that thing exploded. At least now... Oh, and I don't actually switch it off again. Oops. Okay. That's small stuff, right? Small stuff, no problems. Okay, so we just need to go find the... Yeah, because I would have done the... Let's see, where would I normally have switched this off? So let's see, so the bubble effect, for instance, I stop it to stay. Oh, okay, there's a disable area effect script right here. So projector.set. I guess gameObject.set active false, right? And then if we want to enable it again, we can just true. Okay, now obviously we can make it look better, etc, etc. We can fix the weirdness with the clipping. And then everything should be fine. Okay. Well, that took way longer than it should have. Let's go see what it looks like in a normal looking level, so not just this test level, which doesn't have anything in it. So the game just compile. I should probably look at all these errors one day. Well, warnings. They're not errors. If they were errors, I would have looked at them already. Okay, let's get going. Yeah, that's way better. Ooh, I hate the fact that those totems do that, though. That's so ugly. But okay. We can at least very easily see now where exactly these circles are. Are they pretty? No. Are they clear? Yes. So we'll make them pretty. And then... yeah, then we'll go from there. This is going to be a super long level. Damn. Okay, I didn't think about that. Let's go shoot this totem a little bit. I also need to change the flight or the trajectory or something for these arrows because they fall super fast now. Okay, next level. Just use the test bird. Okay, so this is now with a little bit more foliage and trees and stuff. Yeah, no, it's just better, right? The fact that it also doesn't actually affect any of the trees and things just makes it so much better. The normal effect that I had here tinted everything, which kind of made everything look a little bit shit. But now it's just changing the ground color, which is just, that's what you want, right? Yeah, look how good that red pops. You can see this clearly now. Very nice. Okay. Okay, guys. I think I'm just going to call it there for today. A little bit earlier than normal. But I've got a lot of other work to do, unfortunately. It's a long day for me. Starts at 4, ends at 6. Just saying that out loud sounds horrible. So yeah, let me go get some other stuff going. We'll raid somebody, I guess. Hopefully there's somebody now I can raid today. Yesterday was a... Okay, it's he. Stumpy Pup. He's raided me before. Or we can go with Spadges. Let's go check what Spadges is doing. Right. Cheerio, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.